Well, the atmosphere at Eden Gardens was electric, wasn't it? KKR versus Punjab Kings.
Absolutely. Given their recent history defending the lowest total, chasing the highest, there was real anticipation.
Definitely. A packed house, pitch looking pretty good for batting, maybe a little help for spinners later.
Yeah, that's what the report suggested. Smaller boundaries on the sides, too.
And then, well, the weather. Just decided it had other plans.
It really did. Such a frustrating end. But before that, Punjab Kings, after winning the toss and batting. Wow.
They came out swinging, didn't they? That opening stand, Priyansh Arya and Prabh Simran Singh, just incredible.
120 runs together. It was quite the statement. Arya was particularly destructive early on.
69 off just 35 balls,
Yeah.
8 4s, 4 6s. I mean, he just went for it.
Got his 50 and only 27 balls. Lightning quick.
And Prabh Simran, maybe a touch slower to start, but then he really kicked on 83 off 49.
6 4s, 6 6s from him, too. Real power hitting. And quite a milestone for him in this inning.
Oh, right. He crossed the 1,000 IPL run mark.
Yeah, exactly. In his 43rd match, now up to 1,048 runs, it shows, he's becoming more consistent.
But that strike rate in this inning's nearly 170.
169.39, yeah. His overall IPL strike rate is impressive, too, around 152. Shows he can really accelerate.
Plus, he got past 50 IPL sixes as well. Now
Yeah.
has 55. He's got some serious hitting ability.
No doubt. And all that put KKR's bowlers, especially the spinners, under, well, immense pressure.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day for Sunil Narine or Varun Chakravarti, was it?
Not really. Narine went for 35 in his four. That one over.
The third over, yeah. 22 runs, that really hurt.
It did. And Varun, okay, he got a wicket, but 39 runs off his four, almost 10 and over.
You mentioned the pitch report suggesting spin might help.
Yeah.
But Punjab seemed ready for it.
Oh, definitely. They were very proactive. Those sweep shots, the switch hits.
How many runs did they get off those?
I think it was 34 runs off just 11 attempts. That kind of aggression, it really disrupts a spinner's plan, doesn't it?
It certainly seemed to. Did KKR have an answer early on?
Well, eventually Andre Russell provided the breakthrough. Getting Arya out was crucial.
Big wicket. That partnership was looking really dangerous.
Absolutely. Russell's intervention was vital then.
And Varun did manage to get Glenn Maxwell later on.
Yeah, another key wicket. And interestingly, that's the fifth time Varun's dismissed Maxwell in the IPL.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, Maxwell averages only about 10 against him, and his strike rate, usually sky high, drops to around 151 facing Varun.
So Varun definitely has his number, it seems.
Looks like it. It's become quite a pattern.
Even after those wickets, though, Punjab kept going. Shreya's Iyer played a nice little cameo at the end.
Yep, unbeaten 25 off 16, kept the momentum going.
And Vivav Arora chipped in with a couple of wickets late for KKR.
He did, yeah. Got Marco Jansen and then Prabh Simran right towards the end. That probably stopped them getting, maybe closer to 210, 215.
Good point. So 2 on 1 for 4 in the end.
Yeah.
A really strong total.
Definitely. Punjab must have felt pretty good walking off at the halfway stage, confident.
Especially given that weird history they have against KKR.
Right. Defending that super low total once and then chasing down that record high score. They must feel they can beat KKR from any position.
So anticipation builds for the chase,
Uh-huh.
and then KKR come out. Narine and Gurbaz opening.
Facing Marco Jansen, first over.
7 runs off it. Narine gets a boundary. Looks okay.
That's it. The covers come on. Rain arrives. Game over.
Ugh. So frustrating. Just leaves you wondering, what could have happened.
Massively frustrating. Especially for Punjab, you'd think. They'd done the hard work with the bat.
And for KKR, that search for a decent opening partnership, it continues. Still no 50 stand this season.
That's the big worry for them, isn't it? Chasing 200, you need a good start, and they just haven't found one consistently.
Looking back at the KKR bowling, Aurora was probably the pick.
Yeah, 2 for 34. Decent figures given the final score.
And Russell, 1 for 27 in 3 overs, and crucially getting that Arya wicket.
Broke that huge partnership. That was key at the time.
So the outcome. First no result of IPL 2025. Points shared.
Which actually shakes up the table a bit. Punjab jumps to 4th. 11 points from 9 games now.
That point could be massive for them later on.
Could be. KKR stays 7th, now with 7 points from 9 games. They're falling a bit behind that pack.
Every point feels vital for KKR now, doesn't it?
Absolutely. They really need wins. This shared point, while better than a loss, doesn't help them climb much.
You could see the disappointment from Punjab, though. Posting 201, they'd have backed themselves to win that.
For sure. A missed opportunity for 2 points and some real momentum for them.
And KKR. Okay, they avoided defeat, but they needed the win too. And those worries about the opening pair and the spinners, they're still there.
Definitely things they need to sort out quickly. Time's starting to run out a bit.
It's a shame. It felt like it was building up to be another classic KKR Punjab encounter.
All the ingredients were there, aren't they? The history, the big score, KKR needing the points.
And thinking back to that pitch report, it said scoring against pace might be easier.
Which we saw early on, definitely. And the side boundaries being shorter maybe helped negate the spin a bit too, even though Punjab attacked it so well anyway.
There were those strong winds, too, before the rain really set in. Remember the ground staff struggling with the covers?
Yeah, I felt like the weather was always threatening, didn't it? Almost inevitable.
Just a damn squib of an ending, really.
Couldn't have put it better. A potentially great game just fizzled out.
Okay, so let's wrap up the key points. Punjab's openers, Arya and Prabh Simran, were outstanding, setting a massive platform. Prabh Simran hit some big milestones.
But KKR spinners, Nareen and Varun, couldn't really contain them this time. Punjab's tactics against spin worked perfectly.
Russell and Aurora got some wickets back for KKR, but 2-1 was always going to be a challenge.
And then the rain meant we never found out if KKR were up to it. First, no result, points shared.
And that single point means different things. For Punjab, maybe feels like 1 point lost rather than one gained.
Possibly, yeah. They were in a winning position. For KKR, it's a point, but they need 2 points desperately to stay in that playoff hunt.
So every game from here on feels even bigger, doesn't it? Especially for KKR. That gap could widen quickly.
Which leads us to the question for you listening. How crucial will this single shared point actually be in the final race for the playoffs for both teams?
And maybe more specifically for KKR, what do they do now? Particularly with the spinner struggling like that. What changes might they need to make to get back on track?
Yeah, lots to think about as this IPL season keeps throwing up these unpredictable results and scenarios.